Okay, Pasa Aquatic Keepers, thank you for joining Aquatic Tank Spot MJ. Alright, today we're going over this 10-gallon Planet Shrimp tank eventually. The problem with this tank is that I'm having problems with ammonia and pH. And I think it's a thing where all the plants are dying, so they're taking up oxygen and all that kind of stuff, which makes the pH go down. And I don't think I said that chemically correct, but whatever. If I'm wrong, let me know in the description, let me know what's going on. Comment, leave me a comment if I said that wrong. But I'm messing up this tank basically. Haven't been giving it as much attention as 36, especially now I have it salt water. But let me get to let y'all know something. Alright, issue with this tank is I set up the tank, right? And when I set it up, got some plants in it. I basically set this tank up because one of the girls at my job was like, hey, I'm knocking down my 55. You want my plants? And you know me, I never say no. So I was like, yeah. So I got over and got her plants. Well, she had some nice plants in there, so I cut off the roots because the roots were way too long for my tank. Cut off roots, put the plants in here. They were nice. I had basically that back was all swords, and I believe mainly swords. She gave me mainly swords, crypts, and Java fern. Java fern I didn't put in here. She only had about 1 or 2 of those. Because at the time I had Java fern in the main tank. But that back row was swords. The middle was all crypts, which I had already planned for it to be crypts, so that worked out perfect. And I think she had like a lily in here and some other like a banana plant too. That she gave me. And those were all in the back. Right here I had hair grass and Sir Reapins, S. Reapins on both sides. Surprisingly, though, I thought the S. Reapins would last longer, but they didn't. The hair grass did, which kind of surprised me. And, if you watched my last video, if you didn't, check it out. But that white stuff is still on them. So I'm hoping that doesn't affect them and they still make it. I think I lose a lot of these. The hair grass, I think I lost just by floating. I have a big issue if I do something in the tank. I get at least like 3 or 4 of them that float. But this is, this tank, I'm working on it. I'm spending more time with it. That was one of the reasons why I did this, because it made sure that I kept up with my tanks. Because y'all can keep me accountable. Hey, MJ, why you ain't sending no more videos out? Why you not doing this? That'll keep me accountable for these tanks. And make sure I keep up on them. But yeah, like I said, you're learning though all the way. That's what fish keeping's all about. It's about learning. Anybody who tells you, oh, I know everything about fish tanks, take everything they say with a grain of salt. Nobody knows everything. Everybody's learning something. But yeah, this is what this tank is. I had a Marine Land, the one rated up for a 30 on there, the bio wheel, but that one ended up kicking out because it basically was sitting up here with water in the bottom and I didn't know, and it messed up the propeller. So that's what happened to that one. Let me see what else I was going to tell y'all. I actually just made a whole video and forgot what I was saying in it. Oh, let me tell y'all how the tank got set up. Like I said, I don't have editing for this, so everything's straight through, so. But yeah. So, the way I did this tank is I just got some glass from Lowe's, and, had them cut it for me. And, like, this section right here, this first pieces of glass are 1 inch. The middle piece is 2 inches, and then that one is 4 inches. Or, like, 3.5 inches. One of those. I forgot if I went 2 or just 1.5 up. But I wanted that really high because I was planning on putting at least 1 sword back there. So I wanted enough for the sword to go down. I'm pretty sure it's 4 inches though. But yeah. So that's how I hooked that up. Because I wanted levels in the tank. So it looked like, you know, it hopefully I'm going to put some corkscrews in the back. All the back's going to be corkscrews. Have some along the side corkscrews. So basically the whole tank is filled with plants. So my shrimp can breed like crazy in here. And I have a sponge to put on top of the filter intake so they can breed and the eggs and the babies don't go up there. But yeah, this tank though is a death trap. You see those snails right there? Those snails I put in here, they lived for like a day and a half. They lived like maybe 2 days because they lived in here at least 12 hours before their shells started disintegrating. And then all of a sudden, like, they never came out, never crawled, never did anything. And then they just kind of, you know, ended up, shells disintegrated and were dead. I mean, some of them had holes straight through the shells, which these are Malaysian trumpet snails. If you've ever had Malaysian trumpet snail infestation, you know you can never get rid of them. I mean, I've had people bleach their tanks to try to get rid of these guys. Never works. Because if you get one of them, once they shut up in their shell, it's like a vacuum seal, basically. You cannot get in, nothing can get in, nothing can hurt them. But yeah, I had one lady, she bleached her tank, came in, filled the tank up, and came back a week later and was like, hey, I still have Malaysian trumpet snails in my tank. But there's something, you know, you can live with them. Planet aquarium people, if you have them, you can actually sell them to Planet people. They'll buy them from you because they're really good for Planet tanks. Because they go in and clean up and eat around the roots and keep the roots aired. They're almost like worms. They're like the worms of snails. That sounds really weird, but basically they do the same benefits as worms do in the wild. But yeah, like my 36 gallon had probably like 2,000 of them in there. But they were really cool. I mean, they didn't cause that many problems. I didn't really have to worry about them. But yeah. So, this is how my tank's looking right now. I did a lot of talking in this other video. This one's shorter. Let me see what else I was going to talk about. Oh, and just let you guys know. I'm still deciding what I'm going to do with this channel, where I'm going to go. I have a couple ideas. I think I'm going to just start putting out videos that I want to see, you know, things I want to do. Like, I know I'm probably going to do a, Teen Wolf video, review video, where you'll still see my tanks. I'll, like, picture a tank in it, and just kind of have, hopefully I'll have a stand by then, so I can either, I'm going to have my face in front of it, or I'll just do it from behind and talk about Teen Wolf. But it's the last season. I'm obsessed with it. So, instead of boring the people at my job, I'm going to do it on the internet. Y'all appreciate it better anyways, right? But yeah, this tank, I mean, the ammonia and pH is like, pH is below 6, like, and ammonia is like above whatever the top ammonia thing is. It's like either one's off the scale either way, so it's just, I gotta keep grinding on it. I'm gonna start doing small water changes every other week and not do these huge water changes that basically give me all new water. But before I did that, and I did that last, not this water change I did, but the water change before that, the tank actually had life in it. It had a snail from one of my Nacaris that I put in here. Now, I put a Nacaris in here sometimes, and I used to have, what is it called? Water lettuce. I had water lettuce that I got from my local fish store. And they gave me the water lettuce, but the water lettuce all died. It actually had copepods in it, so I need to get some more. They gave it to me for free. But, yeah. So, this is how this is going. Eventually, that rock that's in here, this big rock, I'm going to put some kind of moss on it. I don't want to do Java moss, because everybody has Java moss. So my local fish store has some really cool other mosses like Phoenix moss. That's what I really want to put on here, so I might do that. And then there is, but yeah, this tank basically is gonna eventually be probably corkscrew all the way around it on the sides. You know, I'll have like the back definitely covered in corkscrew and have like one or two on the sides there just to, you know, make it look like it's a wall. I want it to be a wall of plants and you not be able to see in the back. And then have my crypts here. And hopefully if I'm buying them separately, if they don't come up, I'm going to make it where it's like almost like it's going up like that, you know, on both sides. With the crypts. Just have the small nano crypts in the middle or whatever. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to end this video because I'm kind of running out of things to say. I know I missed half of what I said in my last video. But what can you do? I don't have that much memory, so I have to cut the camera off. And if I like make a new take, I have to cancel that video out or I can't make it as long. So, alright, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me give y'all a good view of this tank. And then I'm going to give you a side view real quick. Ouch. And then there's the side view of the tank. And thank you for looking at my video. Like, comment, subscribe. Alright, guys.